G'day guys, SirPrawnAlot here with another video. Today we're going to be doing a 2019 look back of my YouTube stuff, my Fishtube. I started about this time last year. I think it was a bit later into January, but I thought I better get ahead of myself and do this video. So I'm going to be looking back on some of my favourite videos or some videos that stand out throughout the year, and hopefully you enjoy. So this was my first aquascape and my first video on my channel about fish. This is not my first tank in general though. I did have a tank with gouramis, but it was really cool to set it up and aquascape it. I did have massive issues with the plants, as I still do with this tank, just due to low lighting, no CO2 or anything, or no really substrate or nutrients for the plants there. So this was my first aquascape tank, and my first video on my channel about fish, well, fish related things. It was my tank for my blue dream shrimp. It was really fun to aquascape. I really loved it. I paid a fair bit for the rocks and the wood, but it was definitely worth it. I still obviously have these rocks and wood to this day. They haven't gone anywhere and they're doing pretty good. It was, really fun to do, but I wasn't very smart on how I set it up. I set it up like 3 days before I got my shrimp. Tank hadn't cycled properly, shrimp, died when we're dying. I freaked out, so I did a massive water change and just pretty much just wiped them out. It was not pleasant, but it happens when you're new and you don't understand everything. I did put some music behind this. I wasn't actually talking on my first video. It took me a few videos to actually really get talking, and my camera quality was a bit worse because I was using a kind of bad phone to film. But yeah, I really had fun, filming this one, and it was a really short video, but yeah, it got me into uploading videos and stuff. You can actually see my other tank just on the right here, which I think is pretty cool. We'll show you some more of that in the next clips. So, as I was just saying, this is the other tank, the Dwarf Gourami and Neon Tetra tank. These guys I had for maybe a month, or maybe less than a month since that first video I said. But I had them for a fair while. I had the Neon Tetras and Dwarf Gouramis together. They did pretty well. I used to have heaps of hornwort in there, but it got really algae infested and yucky, and I didn't know what to do. So like I said in my other video, my other clip there, I just kind of did massive water changes to fix everything, which sort of made things a bit ill, I think, and kind of killed off the bacteria in my filters, and wasn't great for the tanks. Now I know that, water changes, heaps big ones, aren't that great for tanks. Sadly, these guys did pass away. It was due to the summer heat, I believe. There are some videos on that back in the day. You can go check them out if you'd like to. But they're really cool. Definitely not a great fish to start off with. These are my first actual fish that, tropical fish and all that. The Tetras did pretty okay. They did get a bit of ick and stuff, and once again, I wasn't really aware of what it was, so I didn't necessarily fix it. So just had bad tanks pretty much. But like I said, I've grown since then, and I have learnt what to do and what not to do. A little side mention as well to that Anubias there. It's the same Anubias that I have in my Better's tank or Simba's tank, and I also have it out in my aquascape tank with Doc Derpy, the blue Better. So really cool to see that Anubias is still going strong. So now we're on to something a bit special. Obviously this is Aquamate's old intro. I'll play a bit of noise I think here. But as you can see, this is Fishtubers Down Under, SirPrawnAlot. So if you don't know what Fishtubers Down Under is, it was a series that Aquamate did / is doing on a bunch of Australian fish tubers who are coming up and starting out. So people like Dr. Black and Thirsty Rabbit and Perth Cichlids were all on there. I think they were the first 3 or so. But there have been plenty more that have showed up, including myself. And I thought it was really cool. He'd ask a few questions, and you'd sort of send him some clips and show off your tank. So if you're an Australian, definitely hit up Aquamate. I'm sure he'd love to hear from you. It was definitely a really good boost for my channel, got my name out there and really got me into the community a bit more. I wouldn't really be doing as much as I do if it wasn't really for him, because yeah, I wouldn't have had anyone to really chat to about stuff and sort of help understand what's going on. And yeah, really big thank you to Aquamate this year for helping me out, and it's probably the reason he hit 1k subs, so congratulations to Aquamate. And obviously thank you to Dr. Black and Thirsty Rabbit for all the support, and all the other Aussie fish tubers, and not just the Aussie fish tubers, obviously all the fish tubers who come by and support me. It's always great. So this was probably everyone's favourite video of mine. It's definitely mine, and I loved filming it, and I loved putting it together. If you don't know what it is, it's the Vegemite DIY hacks thing. I think it was like 5 DIY Vegemite hacks for your aquarium or something like that. Really fun video to do. This first clip here is like me aquascaping with Vegemite. The next clip is using Vegemite toast in a filter. I have this little funny bit where it's like, oh, I've got to cut it down to size, and go ahead. Here's the music that I was playing behind it as well. So yeah, it was a bit of a parody on those videos. You see the DIY ones that are all like, yeah, got this good, do this thing, and it works. And usually, you know, on the video it works, but not necessarily the greatest things if you look into them. I said, you know, you can use it for tannins and all this, and fish food, yeah. You didn't catch that, so bit of you know, photo or video trickery there, but yeah, it was good fun. Now this is another video that I was really proud of. I did a longer version of this video with these clips in it, but this was the shorter one that I put out just for people who wanted to see the quick aquascape. So this is a tank that I was going to do, you know, planted with a carpet and all of that, and I still have the tank going now. It has my blue bedder in it, and I did this, you know, downwards shot, you know, doing a bit of time lapse and stuff, which I really enjoyed doing. I found it really fun. I put some music behind it. The music wasn't the greatest in my opinion, but you know, what can you do? You know, blocking up the filter there a bit, but you know, it's all in the name of art, I guess. I'm still struggling with this tank with algae and some cyanobacteria, I think it is. Looking into ways to get rid of it, but it might take a little bit of elbow grease. But like I said, this is another video that I really was proud of. I even did, you know, planting the plants into there. Yeah, skip along and filling it up. I had a lot of fun with the filling it up part, because it just sped up at the end because I did some crazy stuff. I put the massive bucket on top of a table, on top of a kitchen bench, just to get a heaps fast flow. And that was pretty much the end product of it. I thought it looked pretty good. You know, everyone has their own opinion on it, and yeah, it's one of my favourite tanks. I guess all my tanks are pretty much my favourite tank anyway. I couldn't finish this video without mentioning Simba. He's become sort of a mascot for my fish tanks and my channel. He's my orange crown-tail bedder, as you can see. I got him during the year, like all my other fish pretty much, and he's been an awesome addition. He's so friendly and, I don't know, always fun to watch. And yeah, he's got this massive tank that I've aquascaped multiple times for him. The plants just never survive in there. And obviously he's named Simba after the lion from the Disney movie The Lion King. But yeah, he's really great. He's been doing well, and yeah, like I said, I couldn't not mention him. He's such a good little fish. While we're here as well, I'd like to give a bit of a shout out to my girlfriend who bought me a tank for Valentine's Day. It is in this video here. I just gotta find it. Not the manky looking one. I think it's at the start. Just here. This is the tank. I don't have the clip for it, but it was a really nice tank, and I set it up and I put some shrimp in it, and I still have that tank to this day. My girlfriend's been a support since the day I said, oh, I'm going to get some fish. And she also recently bought me for Christmas like a poster of my little logo, which is really awesome and really thoughtful. another thing I did this year was started streaming. I had a few first streams around the start of November, and I've really enjoyed them. I've had heaps of fun doing it. If you know this clip, this is the famous artist SirPrawnAlot at his finest. I did some of the Fishtubers down under as kind of little characters that I always picture when I see their names or their little, like, I don't know, it's a little idea I have in my head. And I really loved having a crack at this and interacting with the people in the chat and whatnot. I still do my streams every week. It's a Friday for me, so a Thursday for any Americans. But yeah, I really have a good time doing it, and I hope to continue doing them. And doing more like arty interaction things. I was just using MS Paint, so it's not obviously going to be perfect or anything, but yeah, I've been practicing, so hopefully I can pull off some better stuff. So I'd like to thank everyone once again for supporting my channel and watching my videos. It means a lot to me, and I really hope that some of it interests you. Obviously there's a lot of stuff on the internet about fish and fish tubers and stuff, and to be able to take the time and watch my stuff is great. Obviously I watch as much as I can of everyone else's stuff, and there's a lot out there, like I said. But yeah, it's really awesome that I can be a part of this community and share my stuff. I am new to the hobby, so I get things wrong. The reason I sort of wanted to do this video is just sort of say that not everything in my videos is right, and I would like to go back and revise some of the things that I've said. Not that there's been any issues or anyone's called me out on anything, but it's just something that personally watching back some of my videos, I've noticed that I have changed my mind on things, and that's sort of what this channel's about. It's not here to say like this is how you should do this exactly. It's more like just showing you my struggles and what I learned throughout my experience, and hopefully in 10 years or so I can look back and be like, I've learnt all of this and this is what I've got now. This is my palace of aquariums with my big lungfish tanks. But yeah, there's plenty of videos to go watch if you have the time. If there's something you haven't seen, definitely go check it out. And feel free to let me know below what your favourite video was of mine of the year, or if there was something you didn't like that I did this year. Let me know, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the streams. There should be a 24-hour stream coming up soon for Aquamate, but I'll talk about that on my stream if you're around. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.